copy. And about ilah have nothing to do with the word Allah. Let me tell you something. You have no idea what you are talking about. First of all, Allah is not an Arabic word. This is an Aramaic word coming from the god lah. And the word ilah is not the same as Allah. It is il. Let me teach you give you some knowledge. Il. You see, when your Prophet Muhammad, he took the names from the Bible. As an example, he said Jibreel. Who is Jibreel? It is two words, not one word. It's Jibra'il. Jibra'il, il. Israel, Mikael. Huh? Those are il, God. Il is the word God. And the funny, to expose Muhammad to be a false prophet, he took the words and he did not know that il is God, and he put them in his religion. But if you go in the 99 names of Allah, we don't find il. How come? We find Allah, but there's no il. But the angel is the angel of the God il. His name is Jibra'il. To be a Muslim angel, his name should be Jibra'Allah. His name is Israel. He belonged to the God Il. His name is Ishmael. His name belonged to the God Il, not to the God Allah. Where is Allah? Allah is gone. This is why you Muslims, you have no back, you have nothing to back on your religion. And Muhammad, he have no miracles, he have no proofs, and his book is full of contradictions, and we can prove that right now. So I would like to invite you to stay, Mr. Dai, and 2 hours of your life will be a life experience. Leaving and excuse your son is there. I'm sure your wife, she will take care of him. She is a good lady, and he can, they can wait for 2 hours. With my respect to you, right? I'm happy to have you. Actually, I'm happy to have this conversation. All right, and we will treat you with respect. Nobody here will insult you. You will state your fact, I state my fact, and we are not here to insult. So let us make things clear. There's no Allah. There's no Allah. Allah is a false name, does not exist, never proven to be exist. This is why Muhammad has no miracles. And even not only that, like the Prophet of Islam, he said, وَمَا هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَى. Nothing received to me but inspiration. But the fact the Quran stated clearly, and the Muslims state, that Muhammad never received inspiration. The Muslims, they say that Muhammad, he received statements from a guy, his name is Jibreel or Jibreel, who came to him in a form of a man. Now, how we know that Muhammad is not imagining someone? Because there is tons of stories say clearly that Muhammad, he was ill. Is it the hadith by Sahih al-Bukhari, which is a very authentic hadith, says that the Prophet, he used to imagine himself doing things, but in fact he never did? It says the Prophet, he used to imagine himself having sex, but in fact he never did? It's proven in your books that the Prophet, he imagined things, but in fact, let me give you the hadith, the reference, so you don't say I'm making things up. And this is very authentic. Huh? How we can trust a person that he is seeing an angel if he is imagining? Live illusion can be the one to follow. Just last month I did jury duty, and in the questionnaire there is a question: are you suffering from any illness, something like this? If I say to them I imagine things, they will refuse me to be in the jury duty. And I think you agree with me. Oh, just wait. This is the wrong one. Hold on. The hadith. Hold on. Here we go. This is the hadith. Look at this. Aisha narrated, once the Prophet was what? We have a bewitched prophet? Bewitched prophet? And the Prophet, he imagined, he left, is gone. This is the Muslim hero. This is the guy who grew a beard. He posts videos in YouTube. He want a da'wah. He want to convert people to Islam. Guys, if you see this guy, what he do in New Jersey, you think this guy is a big sheikh. Long beard, strong believer, a crazy believer, unbelievable. You know, you are facing Christian Prince, my friend. You are no match. You are no match. Even your God is no match. See, when we start hitting hard, he decides to run because he know he cannot make it. A prophet who is bewitched. Well, lawbreaker, put your hand up. I will give you the mic. Let us see how good you are. Your friend here run, you are here. Put your hand up. Anyone here is willing to follow a prophet, which is his own people, they witness that he was bewitched? Who like to follow a bewitched prophet? Who here is interested to follow a bewitched prophet? It's a fake hadith, prove it. Guys, it's a fake hadith. Here we go. It's a fake hadith. This is Sahih al-Bukhari and this is a correct hadith. Paying for it. The mic is yours, Mr. Lawbreaker. Are you a follower of the bewitched prophet? Your mic.
You see, I can hear Assalamu alaikum to anybody who has a half a brain in their head in this room. I can hear in your voice the hatred, man, Christian Prince. The fact that you would say some ridiculous shit like that is absurd. Oh, this is a G-rated room. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Man, you doom yourself blaspheming a prophet of God.
Really?
And you don't realize what you're doing, Christian Prince. Yes, you doom yourself blaspheming a prophet of God Almighty, sir. Oh, yes, it is. What did you just call him? The witching what? Bewitched? That's how you're going to refer?
Hold on, hold on. I did not call him. His wife, she is saying the prophet bewitched. So he is bewitched. This is not a name calling. What's wrong with you? About hatred, chapter 5, verse number 14 in the Quran, Allah said, I will spread hate red between the Christians. So if I ever have hate, it's coming from your God. How you complain about that? How you complain about your God spreading hate? Do you dare to read for me chapter 5, verse 14? You don't. So now take the mic and tell me how you can follow a prophet you Muslims witness that he was bewitched. So he is a bewitched prophet. I'm not making things up. Is that correct, guys? Am I making things up? You Muslims saying that, not me. This is not found in a Christian book. It's found in your book. Your prophet is a bewitched prophet. So you are follower of the bewitched man, teaching you bewitched teaching because he is bewitched. You see, if you go to school, you want to learn programming, let us say, they say to you that there's a first rule. They put you, the doctor, he will say to you, that the professor, he say to you, garbage in, garbage out. So a prophet who is bewitched, what do you think, what do you expect is going to come out? The mic is yours.
You're being silly with that. With a prophet who is, that's just silly, man, for you to say that. These are the words of a hater, Christian Prince. That's what you've been trained to do. You're hating a prophet of God with that.
And you are not being honest. I'm not the one who's saying that. It's Aisha. I'm just reading what Aisha said. Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, the mother of the believer, saying that. Do you dare to say to Aisha, you are a liar, Aisha? Say it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it.
I want to ask you something. I'm not trying to argue with you, Christian Prince. I'm really not, man. But I want to ask you this. On Judgment Day, if you are asked by Allah, what?
In Judgment Day, my friend, Allah will insert a long chain in your anus. Do you want to see it in the Quran? Do you want to see it? I'm not lying. I can show it to you. Why you are laughing? Honest to God, if I don't show it, I will close my room. Is that fair, guys? Is that fair? Allah will insert a chain in your anus, and this chain, each ring of it, have more iron than the whole iron in this earth. I'm not saying that. This is in your book. Your mic.
Where does it say that Allah is going to insert a long chain up my ass? Prince, where do you get this bullshit? This fucking dude, man, I'm serious, for real. You guys are following this Antichrist. The hell? Well, hey,
Wait, the verse in the front of me. I have it in my head. It's chapter 69, verse number 32. And the number of the verse is 69. This is Quran, my friend. Let me post for you the Quran and the interpretation of the verse, so you don't say I'm making things up. They get hurt. They get hurt twice. Once in my room and once in the Judgment Day, when Allah will insert in their anus this huge chain. And when you tell them this story, they say, where do you get this from? 69:32. And I will show you the interpretation of the verse by you Muslims, so you don't say I'm getting a wrong interpretation. Here we go. In Ibn Kathir, it's more scary. It's what? It's more scary, very scary. Ibn Kathir give you details about the size of the ring, about the size of the chain, how Allah will extract it from your anus, and it is really horrible horror movie. The mic, Mr. Lawmaker, read for me. Short reading. This is the Muslim Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad interpretation. Don't tell me Ibn Abbas is a Christian. Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad, the one who Muhammad named him as a prophet, as the best scholar of Allah. Your mind. Read for me.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Tell me
You have
something.
the fruitcake. On Judgment Day, that's not what's going to happen to people. You're going to get thrown into the hellfire. You're going to go to paradise.
Abdul, don't give me a speech. Are you saying to me that Allah is lying? Here we go. You are saying that the prophet, he was bewitched when he said that. The Quran is saying that, and you are saying this is not what will happen. So this is mean you agree that Muhammad must be bewitched when he said that. Correct, people? He just said that without noticing. He just said this is not what happened. But the Quran said no, this is what will happen. So maybe Muhammad, he said that when he was bewitched. The bewitched prophet, I said it, you get upset. Will you tell me who have a brain, he will say such a statement? God, he will put in your anus a chain and he will extract it from your mouth? Your God, Allah, is watching too much horror movies? What is that? God himself putting in the anus of a human being a chain? So don't tell me it doesn't say that. It is the Quran saying that. The mic is yours. Read the Quran. The Quran in front of you. Here we go. Read it. Your mic.
أبوك كلب واحد معرس ومسيح معفن خرا كلب لعنة الله عليك على أبو اللي جابك حيوان وسخ تو عليك
واضح.
على حالك
He's calling names. Sorry, guys. They cannot debate me, but they call names. I'm not going to call you names. I will say that you are the follower of the bewitched prophet. This is your own statement. Actually, I want Christians from today on to say Muhammad the bewitched prophet. Are we lying, guys? Are we lying? So why we don't use it? Give me a reason. What not? If the Muslim they use it, why we don't use it? If the Muslim they say our prophet was bewitched. Hey, by bewitched man, how you doing? I am bewitched now. See? So do you think better now? Yes, I'm bewitched. I'm getting better. You know, I should eat 7 ajwa a day. 7 ajwa a day will stop her from being bewitched, and you eat them every day. Still, you get under the bewitched. He was blessed by the secret of the prophet. What secret? What secret, man? Look at his words. Don't you see how crazy this man is? What if your prophet? Okay, guys, the secret of the prophet. How secreted? How much secret this guy he have when he said that if a man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy. If the women have orgasm first, the baby will be a girl. That's a lot of secret, man. Huh? What secret? What kind of a prophet he come and say, there's my God told me that women have a sperm and their sperm come from the location of the necklace in their ribs. Have you ever heard about ribs testicles? Huh? What kind of a prophet he say to us that a prophet, his name is Sulaiman, he have a bird, he was the minister of irrigation, and his job to look for women who have no hair in their legs. And this prophet, he have a flying carpet, which can carry 600,000 chairs. Obviously, he was bewitched, man. That is a prophet of God. Logic in 6. Are you saying he was saying stupid things 1400 years ago? Here we go. That means he's a false man. If you do not know, don't say. You do not know. At that time, nobody knows. So shut up. And the funny, this is in the Quran. He claimed that this is God taught him. You see, he is not saying this is my private opinion. He is saying God saved. So are you saying to me God 1400 years ago was not educated? This book is not from God. The Quran is not from God. That's beautiful. So you admitted that Muhammad is a false prophet. You're Mike. Guys, look what he said. This book is not from God. No problem, but this is mean Muhammad is a false prophet because he claimed that this is what he said is coming from Allah, which is supposed to is God. So you admitted that Muhammad had nothing to do with God. I'm not talking about the hadith, I'm talking about the Quran. My friend, the Quran says women, they have testicles in their ribs. For sure the Quran doesn't say testicles, but it says that the sperm of the women come from the ribs and coming from the backbone. And this is why I'm planning to put like a piece of metal in my back to protect my backbone, man, because then I will not be able to have kids if somebody hit me somewhere or have an accident. I never heard of someone believe that sperm of man coming from the backbone. That's crazy. And the sperm of the women is coming from her ribs. That's more crazy. And by the way, women don't have even sperm at all. That is even more mad and crazy. Since when women have a sperm, my friend? Huh? The surah, this is the chapter 86, verse number 7. Everybody know it. And you Muslim, you said to me, you know your book? Well, come to me. I am the Christian Prince. And I approve this message. The mic is yours. Read for me the verse. Go ahead.
Did you say it was again?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Muslims are so slow. I have to say it is slow. 86, verse 7. Should I make it slower? your mic.
Hey, just because you got an admin hat don't make you hot shit there, Christian Prince, all right?
Right, right.
My Quran says proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs. Nowhere does it say anything in there about women having sperm, you fucking Nimrod. You don't know what you're talking about. You spin everything you say, man. You got these people so
Wait. Guys, it's a gushing fluid come from between the ribs and the backbone. Explain to us. Thank you very much. You just read the verse. Amazing. He know how to read, not like he's a prophet. Surprise, surprise. So explain to us how this happened. A sperm coming from the ribs, between the ribs and the backbone. Is that how big the testicles of men and women in Islam? Go all the way to your neck. By the way, the ribs, it's not ribs, it's a tarib. A tarib is the location of the necklace, which means it is the upper point of your ribs. And you know what? I can go right now to the interpretation of the verse, and we can see what the verse is saying. What do you think, guys? Right? Muslims know better. So we go and see what the Muslims know. What the Muslims says about their Quran. This is their Quran, this is their religion, and whatever they say, we go with it. Here we go. Ibn Abbas, the cousin of the Prophet, he said, water which is issued from, here we go, read with me, and I will post the link so nobody says I'm making things up. All right, that issued from between the lions. By the way, it doesn't say lions, it says backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. Do you see it? And this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. And the mic is yours.
Lawbreaker, Kussal Din Muhammad, Lawbreaker, Yella and Dinak Muhammad, Anik Dinak Muhammad, Lawbreaker, Walad Kussal Din Muhammad, Lawbreaker, Yella and Sharafkum Muhammad, Anik Ukhtak Muhammad.
Oh boy. Sorry guys, I have had time to bounce him. Am I heard?
A 55-year-old man who fucked a 9-year-old.
How his voice is coming, I don't know.
That's the guy that you call the best man that ever lived. You're a filthy Muslim dog. You're a filthy animal. Muhammad is a dead man.
I don't know how the voice is coming.
Christian Prince, don't fight it, okay? Do not fight me, okay? I am not against you, Christian Prince. I'm against these Muslim dogs. Please, do not fight against me.
I'm trying to mute him.
Play by my rules, sir. Okay, I own this room now, just like I own every Muslim room. You understand, Lawbreaker? You worship a pedophile prophet, a 55-year-old senior citizen who had hair on his back.
Sorry, guys.
Lawbreaker.
We have.
That's not what we worship.
We have.
Understand? You're a dirty pedophile.
We have a hacker in the room, and obviously, I'm trying to bounce him, but we cannot bounce him. We do not know what to do. Let us see. We can get. Let us see how we can get rid of him. All right, guys, sorry for this. We'll release the text only, so your text can work. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. You know, I can't even see him to bounce him. You know, and he thinks he's fighting Islam. He's not. You know, he is just being a bad person. A way to fight Islam. This is very stupid of you, whoever you are. That's very stupid. And actually, Muslims, they would be happy to see someone like this person, because they would say, you see, those are the one who attack Islam. This is the kind who attack Islam. No, he's no good for me. You know, we don't appreciate. You wanna open a chat room to say the F word to people? Go and have fun. This is not what we do here. I don't care who you are. Islam, and you want to say those words, be a brave and go in the street and say those words to Muslims then. Not in a chat room. Why you don't go and say it to the Muslims in their face and have a real fight? It's not even a brave act to do. Anyway, let us invite our friends, guys. We had to room again. See, what we do here is a high quality talk. People who come in from the street, who say a very filthy language, and we are not part of any of this. And this person made me angry more than all the Muslims ever I met. Origin is, but what you are doing is very stupid and very false. Do we have any Muslim here? You know, those who want to say the F word to Muslims, go and say to the F word to the Muslims. You can find them in the street. If this is what you want, let's see how brave you are. Go and say it. Not in a chat room. In a chat room, you decide to say the F word to Muslims. Yeah, actually, we have a good conversation with Lawbreaker. The poor guy, he is going to leave Islam in 5 seconds, but we got this idiot. If you think you are fighting Islam this way, you are not. You are being a stupid idiot. If somebody can invite back Lawbreaker here, so we can have him, if somebody remember his name. Do we have any Muslim here? Well, you know, there's some people, they have a lot of anger. Like maybe this guy, his family may be killed in Middle East. You never know. Muslims' crimes is countless. Don't you see what they are doing all over? So you don't know what kind of pain he's suffering from. Obviously, he is suffering from something. I will not be surprised if he lost one of his family or maybe all his family. You never know. Just today, before I open Paltalk, I was watching a video. Jund al-Aqsa, which is an Islamic group, they slaughter 22 of the army, which is called Ahrar al-Sham. Now, both of them, they are Islamic militant, and each one of them, he called the other one kuffar. This is what they do to each other. So what they would do to the Christians. And the funny, I wrote underneath the video, I said, I wrote, mashallah, and the stupid idiot Muslim, he says to me, thank you, brother, we will kill more. What? Thank you, brother, we will kill more. That's Islam. You know, I'm typing in Arabic, right? But he don't know what Christian friends mean. Obviously, he do not know English, so he think I'm a Muslim. I'm laughing at their stupidity. So I said, mashallah, you know. So he typed for me and he's give me a thumb, you know. Thank you, brother, we will kill more. Allahu Akbar. what Muslims are about. So don't expect too much from such a religion. You have to stay cool. You have to control your anger. Otherwise, you are the loser, not them. You see, Muslims, they don't dare to debate me for a very simple reason. I don't have the temper they can play with. I have more patience than all the patience they have. And I have a knowledge they don't have at all. So how they can debate me? They cannot. This is why you see the Muslim, they want to debate Sam Shamoun or David Wood or James White. But the second they come to me, not even 5 minutes, I have my kids waiting. That's what they said to us, right? He have his kids waiting. You know, when this brother in Facebook, he told me about this guy,